Today, there are two stories about family relationships. The young family did not get along with their mother. The night wind whispered softly through the deserted corridors of the house, once their shared sanctuary. Now it seemed poised on the brink of two worlds, not only physically but emotionally. The little son peacefully slept in his room, oblivious to the bitter battle that had recently unfolded in what was once his familiar home. The young woman's heart pounded heavily in her chest as she gathered her last belongings, folding threads of disappearing happiness and confidence into her clothes. Her gaze was cold and resolute, but inside raged a storm of emotions, from hurt and disappointment to anger and bitterness. Like a shadow, memories of 4 years spent in endless conflicts with his mother enveloped her. This house, which once seemed like her safe haven, had become a source of pain and suffering. Constant quarrels, fueled by the intrusive demands of her mother-in-law, had become an unbearable burden, looming over them like dark clouds before a storm. But even when her husband came home, immediately heading to his mother to sort things out, and returned with new wounds from the conflict that erupted within the house, she remained silent. An icy silence seemed to engulf her as she watched her mother-in-law, like a relentless storm, throw her belongings around as if they were mere bags of rubbish. On the way to her parents' house, in the gloomy car, clouds of sadness and resentment hung over them, obscuring even the moon's rays attempting to break through the dark clouds of discontent. There, in the arms of her loved ones, she found some semblance of support and understanding, but her heart still ached, reminding her that their family ship had crashed against the rocks of irreconcilable differences and unbearable living conditions. And she, like a lighthouse in the sea against all odds, sought light in the darkness, ready to greet a new dawn, which, perhaps, would bring her new opportunities and new hope.
And one more story. The husband doesn't understand his wife. The husband doesn't understand his wife. In their relationship, it's like the calm before the storm, where words lose their power and emotions simmer beneath the surface. They look at each other, but only see vague reflections of their own thoughts and feelings. To the husband, the wife is like a puzzle, complex and inscrutable. Her dreams and desires seem unattainable and inconsequential to him. He believes that providing for the family's material well-being should be enough for happiness. He fails to see how she needs more than just comfort and security. The wife, on the other hand, feels deep disappointment and loneliness. She yearns for something greater, for a sense of adventure and exploration. But her husband can't grasp this longing. His indifference and bewilderment only intensify her feelings of misunderstanding and despair. On their family map, there were 2 marks. The countryside, secluded and tranquil, like a corner of idyllic nature, and exotic lands, enticing with promises of adventures and new impressions. But between these 2 points lay an ocean of disagreements and misunderstandings, resistant to reconciliation. For her, a dreamer and a free spirit, traveling was an integral part of life, like inspiration, like new colors on an artist's palette. Her whole soul exploded with bright colors as she counted the days until the next vacation, dreaming of sandy beaches and the blue horizon. He, on the other hand, preferred tranquility and peace, and his heart skipped a beat at the sight of green meadows and quiet streams. For him, happiness was not in the euphoria of travel, but in the simplicity and ease of country life. Every time she suggested they go on a journey together, he refused, as if travel were a barrier to him, not an opportunity. And every time she suggested he go to the countryside while she went to the sunny coast herself, he brushed it off, as if she were asking him to go against the wind. The woman's heart was torn apart by disappointment and hurt. Why couldn't he understand her passion? passion for travel. Why couldn't he just let her fly away somewhere far when she needed it so much? But even in the shadow of disagreements, hidden hope found its light. They both loved each other, despite their differences. And instead of going their separate ways, they decided to seek compromises. So, every summer he spent in the countryside, immersing himself in the peaceful atmosphere, while she went to Turkey, enjoying the waves and the sun. And although their worlds were different, their hearts remained intertwined with threads of love and understanding. In their happy ending, there was no place for disagreements, only for mutual support and respect. But in this moment, when the distance between them seems insurmountable, there may be a moment of enlightenment. Perhaps through candid conversations and mutual respect, they can penetrate each other's inner worlds and find common ground on which to build a deeper and more understanding relationship.
We've got a story, you and me, 1,000 tales we've yet to see. With every page that we turn, a new adventure awaits. Just listen to the stories of our lives, it's never too late. So let's unfold the